Before I present our next presenter, Mariano from Buenos Aires, if you have changed the name of your account, please change it again so we could identify and connect you again. We kept one of the best startup ecosystems of the world as our last presenter. Franklin, head of startup ecosystem for Invest Sao Paulo. Sao Paulo is world's 16th top ecosystem and Brazil and South America's first or top ecosystem. They are ranked in top 15 in transportation, e-commerce, and retail. And there's so much more to hear from Franklin. Thank you for participating. Floor is yours.
Thank you very much. And thank you for this kind invitation. My name is Franklin Ribeiro. I work for Invest Sao Paulo Investment Promotion Agency, and I represent the state of Sao Paulo in Brazil. So I guess my presentation is on the screen, right? So I will present some highlights about our entrepreneurial ecosystem. Sao Paulo state is the largest economy in Brazil. We consider that Sao Paulo actually is a nation with a nation. It is the third largest economy and consumer market in Latin America. And if it was a country by itself, it would be the 22nd largest economy in the world. There are 46 million inhabitants in the state of Sao Paulo, which is closer to Spain and Argentina. This represents 22% of Brazilian population, and this population is all located in only 3% of Brazilian territory. There are more than 70% of the qualified workforce in the country, and we will see some highlights about that, but part of this is also due to the immigrant diaspora, the community diaspora. For example, Japanese, Italian, and Lebanese communities who are the biggest communities outside their original countries in the world. And at the end, some 60% of the headquarters of Fortune 100 Latin companies are in the state of Sao Paulo. Considering the city of Sao Paulo, the ecosystem, FDI Intelligence Research considered Sao Paulo as the top 10 major American cities of the future in terms of economic potential. And we can see part of that by analyzing the city numbers, which is continuously bigger than Brazilian numbers in terms of GDP growth. Talents, we know that are essential component for the ecosystem. So in Sao Paulo, one may find the best universities. Actually, 3 of the 5 best universities in Brazil are located in Sao Paulo. The state spends more than $2.3 billion in R&D, which is much more than the other states. And because of that, as a result, we could see for every 3 doctoral students in Brazil, we could see 1 is in Sao Paulo. And regarding the private venture capital investment, Sao Paulo State has concentrated more than 80% of the capital invested in Brazilian startups in 2019. And this sum altogether, it's more than the sum of the investment that occurred in other Latin countries in the year of 2019. So because of that, consumer market talents, economic potential, R&D investments, private investments, all this makes Sao Paulo the cradle of future economies. So today we are ranked 4th biggest fintech ecosystem in the world. And we also stand out as almost half of the startups in different segments in comparison to Brazilian. So we stand out in health tech, retail tech, food tech, mobility startups, energy sector, and also Brazilian agri-techs, which we will soon find the first unicorn in this segment. There are more than 2,500 startups in our last mapping, and we are being considered as top global startup ecosystem ranking. Actually, we have just jumped 4 spots to rank 16th globally, and that's an outstanding achievement, as no other Latin America city ranks in top 40 in Startup Link ranking. And talking about unicorns, all of this scenario reflects the boom of unicorns that we are seeing, despite the fact that we have the first unicorn only in 2018. We are seeing each year more and more unicorns, and nowadays it's almost difficult to keep track of the new unicorns that are emerging in Sao Paulo. And Invest Sao Paulo wants to be the one-stop shop for companies. We do that by promoting investment in the state of Sao Paulo, by promoting exports for the cities, for the companies that are in Sao Paulo. We have provided training for more than 3,000 companies. We offer some innovation programs, and we have our innovation international offices. Since 2019, we opened office in Shanghai, Dubai, Munich, New York, and all these offices help with marketing research. They help promoting Sao Paulo abroad. They help with business missions and incubation for companies. We support internationalization with the following programs. We organize international missions, providing training, organizing visits to the local ecosystem, organizing business roundtable and pitch to investors. This year we had South by Southwest, Miami Tech Week. We are organizing London Tech Week, and we are going to Web Summit. Also, we are part of some global startup competition. So we represent Startup World Cup, which offers $1 million prize. And we also had a partnership with Macau government this year to select startups for their competition. Additionally, we have the SP Global program, which provides training and online immersion with European ecosystems. Besides of that, we have the SP Connect mentorship program, which helps connecting to mentors for funding, growth, and for governmental programs. There are another program that we call SP Connect Cities. In this program, we offer an online workshop with recommendation to develop the ecosystem that are around Sao Paulo. And we are also engaged with City Initiative, which is the implementation of an innovation district in partnership with the private sector. And for this, we have an open call for banks, for venture capital firms, big corporations to join this initiative. Thank you very much. Sao Paulo is a nation with a nation. We are headed to business.
Thank you, Franklin.